Aloha and welcome to West Maui. I'm Anita Marcy and this is my Saturday art session. Today I would like to talk to you about the art of forgiveness and forgiving. Not only forgiving other people, but forgiving yourself. I think it's really important. I don't really think that much about it, but sometimes if you have some sort of a situation, starts to bring things like this up. And I don't know, I like to think about things a lot, obviously. You've probably noticed that by now. But I do feel that forgiveness is an important thing, and it's something that I really have had a hard time with. And I think right now, especially in these times, we not only need to forgive others, but we need to forgive ourselves. And we need to let go of some anger, because it's just not a good thing to be angry. It's better to keep the peace in your heart and in your soul, especially during trying times like COVID right now. So anyway, I wanted to share with you a little story. A while ago, I had a really dear friend. Unfortunately, she has passed on, and she was a therapist, and she shared something with me along the way that ended up being something that I found to be truly valuable, something that I could really understand and apply to my feelings and experiences. And that was the idea that for the most part, people are doing the best that they can. It's a little windy today. They're doing the best that they can in every situation. I think sometimes when we get disappointed or upset or we get let down, we tend to want to blame the other person. We tend to want to take it personally. And that's one of the things, unfortunately, that a lot of us do, including myself, is to take things a little more personally than we should. But I was sort of upset about, the past and family situations and just different things. And when my therapist, my friend therapist, told me, her name was Carolyn, and Carolyn, when she told me that I should try to look at things from a different perspective, a different point of view, just saying, well, what if she was doing the best that she could? She was giving me her best, doing her best, and wouldn't that help me forgive her? Wouldn't that help me be less angry with her? It's an interesting thought. What if they were just doing their best, and that's the best they could do? And what if we tried to step into their shoes? And what if we tried to be empathetic? Empathetic is a word that I like, and it has a lot of deep meaning. Basically, empathy is understanding the person, trying to feel what the other person feels. And I think that's something that probably most of us don't do a lot of, but I've been making more of an effort to do that, and I do find it really helps, especially in a situation where you're not communicating, you're not understanding, or perhaps you're feeling overwhelmed by your emotions. If you just stop and kind of step back and allow yourself to, just take it in, observe it, and then put yourself in the other person's place. Try to feel how they feel. It's a very interesting exercise, and it'll do several things. Number one, it will take you out of your emotion. It'll take you out of your anger, out of your whatever emotional space you're in. But it will also shift your thinking toward what they're possibly thinking. So just a thought, but try it. See what happens. Just the shift out of your own emotional space will be good. And sometimes just doing that is enough to give you some clarity. But it's always helpful, I think, to do that, to shift out of a different space and into a place of understanding. And I think that the understanding is what actually leads to forgiveness. I think that if we can't understand, then I don't know that we can forgive. So maybe sometimes we don't need to understand. Maybe we just need to accept and forgive. And I think a lot of times that may be the case. You know, you just maybe are never going to understand what the other person did or why they did it, but maybe you can just accept that they were doing the best that they could and go from there and go into forgiveness. And forgiveness is not for the other person even so much as it is for you. I've had situations where I've been so upset with people I've never even told them, never even had a conversation about it, and I just, you know, figured it was mine to deal with and that I should do that. And so that's what I did. I just allowed myself to just sit with the information and process it. I'm a kind of a slow processor. I don't go through things really quickly, but that's okay. I like to say I'm the girl that likes to dip her toe in the water before she dives in. And I can be very spontaneous and fun, of course, but I do like to think about things, and obviously I like to share my thoughts. So I hope that helps. Again, you know, empathy. Think about the other person and how they're feeling. Stop how you're feeling for a moment. Step back and then be empathetic with the other person. And the empathy leads to understanding. The understanding leads to acceptance. And acceptance leads to forgiveness. Forgiveness is a pretty big deal. You know, carrying around anger and upset in your heart is just really not a good thing. So think about that and try those different steps, and I bet you'd be pleasantly surprised. Give it a shot and see what happens. We don't know unless we try, that's for sure. So I hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday and enjoying your holiday weekend as best as you can. And I hope that you enjoyed this talk. I have my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. That is Anita Marcy. Please visit my website, anitatheartist.com. And if you like, please join our Facebook group. It's Be a Better Artist. It's a lot of beautiful, beautiful photographs and paintings and just everything, kind of jewelry, everything kind of comes through that group. And it's a beautiful, just a celebration of art and inspiration. I think you'll enjoy it. Again, I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. I wish you all the best. Lots of love and light from West Maui. Aloha.